Hi guys, I'm back again for the weekly oracle reading. For those of you who are just tuning in, welcome. I'm Anne, and in this video I'm going to be giving a general love reading focusing on all soulmates, twin flames, all divine counterparts, partners, anybody that you're connected to romantically or want to be connected to. I invite you to stay tuned and watch. I know there must be a message since you landed here. Okay guys, here we are, getting closer into the middle part of January. It's always that time when you're just starting to get adjusted to, the beginning of everything. And you know what? It's a good time to set out intentions. We have a new moon coming up and it's going to be in Capricorn. I believe that's on the 13th of this month, a few days. So you know what? Get out your planners, your vision boards, and just doodle whatever you'd like to have come through in your life for this year. What you want to do to change your life. We have a lot of goals set. I know I do, but you know what? Sometimes it gets us like a little time to motivate ourselves to get into it. New Year's resolutions. Hopefully you guys are keeping up with them. Plans. I don't make New Year's resolutions because you know what? They're very hard to keep track of. I just make plans. That's why I said good time to set intentions, and I'm sure you guys know that. We all try, every one of us. Okay, so I have the cards laid out, and as I said before, divine masculine, divine feminine. Not separating two readings, but mainly giving you a perspective on both in the negative, not negative, but negative and positive of everything, but the divine masculine and divine feminines, because many of us, sometimes we lean towards more than the other. Maybe 6 months out of the year, you might be divine feminine, and 6 months later part of the year, you might lean towards divine masculine. It lives inside of us, so take what resonates with you and just leave what doesn't. It's simple as that. Okay, the first card for divine masculine, inner child. Okay, working on yourself is very, very, very important. It's very crucial. Self-care, getting back to the basics sometimes, taking out the external layer, something that you may think that you need to have. Go back to that inner child. That inner child is basically that person that lives there in your body. And sometimes that inner child wants to say, yay, and you're saying, oh no, I have to be calm, cool, and collective. I can't be this type of person in front of everybody. No, you know what? You can be. You have to be who you are. Sometimes you can't be, so jumpy, but you have to show and express your true identity. I'm going to read this card to you. The fairies of playfulness remind you to make time to embrace your inner child. Playing keeps us young at heart. Do something silly and fun, but stay safe. And that's what the divine masculine is starting to realize. The inner child inside of them basically can see that, they've been cooped up. That's basically what it's been like, for divine masculines lately. The last couple of readings, it seems like they're about to come out. They were coming out in the summertime, and then we saw them shifting back. So it's kind of like a roller coaster with divine masculines. And that's part of an awakening happening. Beautiful card. I love these cards. I will put the names of the cards in the description area if any of you are interested in them. But here is the divine masculine going through that awakening, finding their true identity. Maybe you've been feeling like, I need to get out and start exploring my options. Maybe your relationship that you're involved in isn't giving you what you want, and that's something you have to think about. Now, like I said, these messages are not me to tell you what to do, but actually for you to use for your highest good. When you do things that you feel in your heart, you find things work out better for your heart, if that makes sense. Loving yourself and saying, not being selfish, that's not selfish. A lot of people think, oh, self-love means selfish. How's that selfish? If no one's going to love you, yourself, who's going to love me? If I can't love myself more than anybody else in this world, who's going to love me more, if that makes sense? So that's where the awakening is happening with divine masculines. They see something happening, they see something coming through, but they don't exactly know what that may be. So you have to examine yourself and put everything out, like we talked about our vision board and our our journaling and our planners and what we have planned. It's not anymore about, I plan to do this take the clothes to the dry cleaners, and I need to go for groceries, and that's good. We write that's our itinerary, but there's also goals, and you go back to it and you read upon it, and sometimes not that you forget what you were supposed to do in mid part of the year, I know it happens sometimes because we get distracted. You go back to it and you go, wait a minute, that brings back. So really important to do things for yourself right now. Every day, do something productive. Do something, come up with something. I'm going to start painting this one area in my home, or I'm going to start a project. And every day, make a list of what you're going to be doing. Maybe you can't do it all in January, but I'm just saying that make a list of what you need to do. Like, I'll give you an example. I need to redo my kitchen area in my basement. If many of you saw it on my my stories, my Instagram, my YouTube, Facebook, you see that it started. We took the knobs off. We were supposed to do it like over quarantine time, but other things got involved and we weren't able to finish it. So like little goals like that, little things that you put out there, you know, maybe springtime, I'm going to start refinishing this and I'm going to start this. And every day, write something new in your journal, in your planner. Just come up with it. Maybe if you don't get it done, at least you have it written down and you'll remind yourself. I mean, there's all different ways to get creative with it. I'm just giving you an example, but it helps with being productive when you're involved in a series of relationships, new beginnings. And when I say relationships, I mean relationships with people around you, not just a love relationship. New beginnings. This fairy godmother, wait, I'm sorry guys, this is like so difficult to read because the font is so small and the lighting is not good on yellow. Okay, this fairy godmother, you know what, you guys are gonna just read it. As much as I would love to, just pause it, read it. Okay, I'll read it later. I don't want to take up too much time trying to squint down. It's very difficult with these lighting, like I said. So anyways, on with the reading. New beginnings, new changes, 2021. Yes, we started off, like getting all excited. This is going to be great. But then now sometimes things just go and it spirals into a weird area. Sometimes we get like sad or we get like emotional. And that is understandable because nothing is perfect, and especially with the way the world has been going, things are not going the way we want. And it's just, this is all predestined. This is what we have to go through. Divine Masculine has a choice though. They can make things better. So you do have that decision to make. There's going to be a new beginning. There's going to be a change for you. Whether that be a new relationship or rekindling your relationship or just breaking up in your relationship, that new beginning is something that you create. That's why it's like so important to make new beginnings and changes, not new beginnings, but write down new beginnings that you want to start have happening in your life, in your journal. And basically it helps. Meditate over it. Keep looking at it. Keep watching over it, and saying, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. And even if it seems like, wow, this is never going to happen, it's not impossible. Maybe I'm going to start saving money so I can, beautify my home, remodel. If you're saving $5 a week, you're saving something. You know what I mean? It's not because you have to save a lump sum. When you start doing something that starts a new beginning, that starts a change, something different than you've ever done before in a year, you're actually being very productive. So, finishing off projects also is a new beginning because it's completion, and that's what we like to do. So Divine Masculine has to really examine where they're going in their life and, start over again because that new beginning is about to happen. So I'm seeing new beginnings for Divine Masculines. Exploring the inner child, letting the inner child play. Maybe you're, like I said, you could be too stuck in your own little world. Laugh. It's a good time to get some comedy, like comedy shows. One of my favorites is Modern Family. Love that show. Also movies. I love Dumb and Dumber and, all the Jim Carrey movies, all the Will Ferrell movies and all John Candy movies. Just love these movies. These are, and Eddie Murphy. Who doesn't love Eddie Murphy, right? And Adam Sandler, and I can go on and on and on and on. But you know what? Comedy, laughter, it really does lift your vibration. So lifting your vibration will help you be more productive as well. Okay, Divine Feminines is healing. So you know what? All of these relate to one thing, being the best that you can be. And that's what the healing process is. Now is a time for you to give or receive healing. Everyone has a natural ability to heal others. Yes, even you, okay? We do. We have healing properties. I am no different than you. You're no different than me. You're no different from anybody, okay? Everybody has a gift, seriously. Some people have a special gift. Some people have a different type of gift. But you know what? The gift, if you're always going to say, I don't have no gift, where am I gifted? Oh my gosh, that's ego. That's because you're thinking too much. If you're thinking that your gift is just going to be handed to you like that, like the way I'm, hey, pick this card, like that's not the way the gift works. The gift is something that you have internally. Maybe you have dreams. Maybe you have the gift of love to send to people. Maybe you have that natural ability just to feel loved and send it off to everybody. Whatever the gift you have, explore it. Explore it. You'll be surprised. If you never start, you're never going to find it. You're never going to find the gift that's inside of you. And maybe it is to heal. Sometimes healing is not necessarily meaning like healing a cut, like a doctor would, try to help heal something. They can't really heal. They can just, they're like guides, except the surgeon, maybe, there's different types of healing, chiropractors. Everybody has their own gift and sent in this world to do what they do. That's the physical ailment. But when you have a gift of healing someone's worries and pain and sorrow with something that they have inside, just talking to somebody, sometimes you think, wow, I talked to that person and I made them feel better. That's a healing on your part because you've actually healed something inside of you. Did you know that when you help somebody, it's being turned right back to you because you were not pushed to do it. You did it because your heart wanted to do it. This is the number one reason why I do these videos, and I write on my blogs the articles because I want to help you guys. I want to help you heal. Not that I am a healer, okay? Remember that. Only God heals and you heal. But you can help somebody heal that internal energy that they're feeling. You know what I mean? So healing takes place when you're sending off the healing, if that makes sense. Okay. Faith. Very important during this time of the year to have faith. Faith into your dreams. Yes, we say when we give everybody Happy New Year and, all the best wishes and everything. Do we really apply those wishes? Think about it. When people say something to you, do you actually feel them? When you give them, yeah, you actually do. I know I do. And when I'm getting them, I'm like, thank you. I'm so excited. I'm happy. I love when, somebody wishes me a happy, whatever the holiday is, any holiday, even if I don't celebrate the holiday, the gratitude I give because I'm being given a gift of love makes me feel so inspired, and it warms my heart. We all love, being wished happy birthday, but maybe sometimes your outer self saying, I don't want to hear about birthdays. Here we go back. Inner child, when you were a child, when it was the birthday time, you guys were like, oh, it's my birthday. I know I was like that, Mary and I, my twin sister, we were both so excited. And, playing with our friends and everything. So healing that inner child, healing the shadow that's maybe lurking there, just let it go, release it. It's a time for healing because we are healing. And the new moon can have a big effect on that. Just letting you guys know, you can get affected by not only the full moon, but the new moon as well. When the full moon happens, everybody recognizes it and like everybody goes crazy. It's like, oh my gosh, why are they acting like that? Why couldn't I sleep last night? Oh, and then you look at your calendar, it says a little thing that says full moon. That makes sense. But did you know the new moon can do the same thing because it's actually doing the exact same thing, but the opposite. It's kind of like the way we're in, I'm in winter, and maybe if you're in another part of the world, you're in summer. But the solstice still has the same effect. It's embracing the light in some type of way. Believe in magic. Divine feminines. You know what that is, and it's a beautiful card. I love these fairy cards. One of my favorites. And I will read it to you. Open your eyes and see the magic that's all around you in nature. The fairy of the Northern Lights says you are a part of nature, so you are magical too. And you are magical. Believe in magic. Don't let anybody tell you there's no such thing of magical energies. You know what? Look at this for a second. I'm talking to you, right? You're watching this video, right? Many, many years ago, 100 years, let's say 100 years ago, this was not possible. You can't watch no video. I'm not saying it's magical, but believing in magic, things can just come out and be very common. We take it for granted. These devices, these resources that we have, we can go live. We are all like separated, or closed down or whatever. And you know what? We're so much more together than ever. Seriously. You can be with your family over the holidays and you're all the way in the other side of the world. I know we were with my in-laws, my husband's mom and dad, and my sister too in another part of the world. So it's amazing because when we start sharing with each other and giving to one another through this magical device, seriously, it is purely from God. It's something that was man-made, of course, but it's something that came to us that it's magical. So anything is possible is what I'm saying. If you believe, if you have faith, if you put that energy out there that it's going to happen, it will happen. Yeah, we can't fly, but technically we can if we get on an airplane. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying to believe in magic you can just fly. I'm saying believe in what your dreams are, your goals. You have goals. You want to become successful, or you want to just get something that you feel productive in a career or in a job area. You have to just go out and do it. Don't give up. When you start to plant those negative seeds, and I always say this, I get a lot of questions about finances, and that's not my specialty, but I can't help with energies, and I do try to help people, to understand that when you plant negative seeds, just because you fell down like a baby, when they fall down, doesn't mean you can't get right back up and try again. Keep trying. Keep putting that energy out. I'm going to do something. Guess what? Believing in yourself that you can do it, it's going to work. It's going to work. Seriously. And I'm still, working on a lot of things. I have a lot of projects. I want to do things. I want to do things differently. I want to be all the best that I can be. One day at a time, of course. But that's why I talked about the planner. So when I look at my planner, I smile and I go, yep, I'm going to do that. I am going to be doing that. I am going to be doing that. And I'm going to do that. My husband's like, what are you, Superwoman? And I said, yes, maybe I'm Wonder Woman. It's a beautiful feeling when you feel like you can accomplish something. But you know what? There's times when you have to just take downtime and just relax and focus on yourself too. So that's another thing. And I plan to do that very, very soon. So, I'm going to get more, kind of creative with it. I love, what my thing is that I love things that are, like creative and beauty, and that's just me. It's probably all the Libra in my chart and Taurus, Venus. But whatever you are, whatever your inner child is calling out for you to do, okay? Do it. Don't wait on it. Life is too short, seriously. And, I know this is not talking about the love relationship, but these are messages. And you know what? Either way, they are there to help you and encourage you to find the love for yourself. Because when you love yourself, like I always talk about, you're going to attract the love. So this is more about like the rebuilding stage of your life, the awakening. So something magical is going to happen, a new beginning with your relationship or a new relationship, but you have to believe, okay? So that's the general rule here. If you believe and you have faith, don't let it go. Don't let the fear-based energy bring you down. Have the faith, because healing is happening. You see how the cards just relate a lot to do with the relationship area, but also in almost every area. So that's how all readings work. I put out 8 cards because I like to look at things, openly, objectively, and just read what I'm getting, the messages. And they usually fall into alignment when I do read them this way. Truth. Divine Feminines. Finding your inner truth, finding a balance. And you know what? Maybe that relationship needs a little more time. Maybe you need to be patient. The finding the truth inside yourself, maybe you want to give up. But it looks like, having faith, as I said, having faith and trust, making that one choice that you need to make. Having the faith and the trust, You'll find a truth that's inside your heart, but believe in the magic. Believe in what you're feeling. That person might, be not themselves right now, or maybe that person is just not, not their authentic self. Like I said, it could be a reason, but maybe it's not for you to correct it. It's not your decision. It's not your call. You can't do nothing about it. So just take a step in a different direction so you can find what you need to do for yourself. So that's why I use all these examples of doing things for yourself, because when you do for yourself, you're actually helping lifting your vibration. You'll attract the love. If this person is meant to come into your life again, this person will come in, or the life that you have with this person, it'll get rekindled. A lot of people have been seeing throughout this whole time with this pandemic, it's been going on a year soon. And a lot of people got back together, and a lot of people found separation. It's like more separation than ever because they were with one another. They saw the inner truth. They saw who they were, and, they had to find what that was to move forward. And then I saw a lot of relationships that found new relationships because of that. So that's why I'm saying, not that that's a message for you to take on, but you have to remember things happen for a reason, and you have to just follow that. Okay, so I hope that this reading video resonated with you. There was a lot of messages, many relationship, a lot of love, and a lot of like life situations that came up. And take what resonates with you, but just don't focus on what should have happened or what you could have had happen, but let it absorb, and leave what doesn't. That's basically what I can tell you with these readings. And if you'd like to get your own personalized reading, I do offer the phone, chat, and email readings. I'm trying to get as good as I can to get them as quickly as possible. Remember, phone readings I will get to within 24 hours. If I'm available right then and there, I'll tell you. I have a system that I try to get to the live readings, phone and chat, because that's more priority. That's higher priority, just letting you know. That's like an emergency kind of thing. Like some people will charge extra for that. I just strictly use my live readings. Now, the email readings might take a little bit longer because that's done a little more on a different basis. It's more for convenience. And, I try to get them as soon as possible because, they are more time consuming. So just allow enough time, before, you email or you get worried that I didn't see your requests. I promise you, I will get back to you. It's just, this is the way it is this past month. It's been kind of like crazy lately. My schedule, not just with the readings, but just my schedule in general. It's a beautiful time though. I love it. Okay. So I just want to say one more thing. Thank you guys all for your support, and just being there for me. I really, really appreciate it. I love you all for everything. Okay. So until next time, God be with you all. Namaste.